Up, everybody? We have Michael here who's been crushing it with sports cards. I apologize for my dog back there. But Michael, introduce yourself. Where you're from, what do you do for a living, what are your hobbies? Tell the audience.
So my name's Mike. I'm from Massachusetts. Uh, what I do for work, I'm a police officer. Hobbies is mostly sports related. I love watching sports. Uh, Play a lot of golf, although not this time of year. And yeah, mostly a lot of sports and going to the gym, stuff like that.
Sweet. What do you shoot in golf? I just started playing golf this year. I suck, but what do you shoot?
Uh, it varies. I'm only like 3 years into it. I think the best I've done is around like an 80, but I'd say average like mid
Damn,
80s.
that's pretty good. That sounds really good to me. Damn.
That's
That's
not too
if I
bad.
shoot under 100, I'm like, yes.
Happy, yeah. I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating game, but you want to keep going back. It's like, only like, at least me, it's like 10% of the times I swing a club, I'm happy with the result, but you just want to keep going back. It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny how it works. But anyway, so sports card related stuff. So tell me the beginning. So when did you join the program? What was your prior experience with sports cards? Like, did you even know it was a get down? Did you even know it was a thing you could make money on? Did you try it before? Did you just not know it existed? Like, tell me that.
Well, I joined the program in about middle of August. Prior to that, my only experience with it was a couple years ago. One of my buddies, he had a bunch of cards and he was trading them around, getting different like signed memorabilia, and he was making some money on it. So that year was Mac Jones' rookie year. So I was like, all right, I see some money to be made here as an investment. Buying a card raw and grading it. And so I bought a couple of them. I got a 10 and a 9, and I wish I knew it because I got burnt on them completely. If I just sold them immediately, I probably would have turned $500 into like $2,500 like right off the
Damn.
bat. And I was like, I'm gonna hold it because I saw some of these going for like when he was like playing good, they were going for like $5,000, $6,000. So I was kind of betting on him to continue playing good, and you all see how that turned out now.
Yeah, it's usually guys like don't end up playing or performing up to expectation. You probably heard me say that a million times already. But yeah,
Yeah.
especially Mac Jones. Yeah, I kind of got burned on Mac Jones too. I made some money on him, and then I held one card, the biggest one, because I thought he was going to play well. I thought he was a solid player, but obviously not. So me
Yeah.
and you were both in that boat. But okay, so now take me to August. So your buddy was in sports cards. You bought a few cards. Now August rolls around, and what happened? I'm assuming you saw one of our ads, and like, what was like your first like
So
thought?
so how I got into MLP is I actually work with a guy who has been on these calls too, Billy Pearson.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, Bill. Yes.
So I work with him, and I mentioned in the past about sports cards. We talk sports, and I work midnight to 8. He works 8 to 4 in the afternoon, and I would come into work and all the time be like, "Oh, I just bought this card. Oh, I just bought this card. Oh, I got a 10 on this
Yeah.
card." Tell me all this money he's making doing it, and I'm like, "All right, that's not a bad idea." And eventually, he ended up doing a referral to me, and then I had one of those phone calls, and initially a little, obviously a little skeptical with the money. But at the same time, it's like I have a guy right in front of me that I do trust, and he's showing me, hey, I'm making this much money. And he holds on to a lot of cards because he's a collector. For me, I could really care less about keeping these cards. I don't want to just make the money off of them.
Yeah.
So gave me more confidence and trust that, all right, this, you know, putting all this money into it, but, it works.
Yeah, yeah. Bill's been in the program for a while. He's crazy. He'll buy like tons of cards and get them all great. He's a like what he does. Like he like took what we taught him, did it, then he like put it on steroids. He started buying like hundreds of cards at a time,
Oh,
inspecting them himself and great. He's crazy. I tell him that all the time.
he loves it, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He does love it. Yeah. He's been in the program for years. All right. Cool. So join the program because you were friends with Bill, who was a referral, and you first joined the program. And now what? Like, what things did you learn about sports cards that was like a big surprise to you? Like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, that's a surprise to me. Like, tell me about that. I'm curious.
Biggest surprise, I think, just like all the different like variations, and like I think that's the most helpful stuff. The different variations, and there's more players because like I watch a lot of sports, but a lot of these, even like looking at baseball now, I don't even know half these guys.
Oh yeah, yeah, but yeah,
So like I'm like, so that was a
yeah.
big surprise for me. And then just like the profit margins themselves, I like usually it's around double, and how different variations get. more money on top of that.
Yeah, baseball's the biggest surprise because there's like these like 18-year-old Dominican kids that are just came over and signed, a contract. They haven't done anything and they're selling for hundreds of dollars. When I first started sports cards and getting into baseball, I thought the same thing. I was like, who is this guy? But why is
Yeah,
he selling for so much money? So yeah, baseball is crazy. And the reason that is because like minor league prospects are considered professionals. So like they have like professional cards even when
yep.
they're in the minors, 17, 18 years old. So yeah, baseball's like the most confusing just because of all the people you've never heard of. But okay, so now take me into it. So I know you told me the past six cards you bought graded tens. Tell me about them. What cards were they? How much money you think you'll make on them? Tell me about that.
If you're enjoying the content of the video and want to learn how to make a side income with sports cards, I spent the past 3 months putting together a training to show you exactly how it's done in detail. Sports cards has allowed me to live a life beyond my wildest imagination, and I'm thankful for the hobby every single day. That is the reason I teach sports cards, and I am so passionate about it. At the end of the training, we offer a paid program where you can work closer with me. However, I don't want you joining until you've watched the free training I put together. It will show you exactly what's inside the program and how to make money with sports cards, and from there, you can make an educated decision. So if you'd like to sign up for the free training, either scan the QR code on the screen or text Eric to 631-544-7005 or click the link in the description. Just to repeat it, you can either scan the QR code or text Eric to 631-544-7005 or click the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video.
So they're all baseball cards. I have, I believe, two Josh Jung purple speckle autos. I have a Jordan Walker purple speckle auto, a Jordan Walker Blu-ray wave auto, Tristan Casas, I think it's a green Space Dust auto, and a Colton Cowser auto. I think it's a green shimmer. Money wise, I should make probably like $900 on it at the end of the day after after the fees and everything else. So
Yeah,
that'd be the
got
profit.
it.
And I actually just got a couple back now that I'm looking forward to. It was we got the Jackson Trio. It was an image variation of the 25 Bowman Mega Auto. That popped.
Nice.
It's a pop one, so I'm definitely excited for that.
Oh, that just pops as a 10?
Yeah, it just popped as a
Yeah,
10.
I'm very high on Jackson Cheerio. He's most likely gonna play. He's most likely gonna start for the Brewers in the spring, so his value should go up a
Yeah,
lot.
I saw one of your videos and you were high on him, so I was like, I'm gonna try to target him a little bit more. So if you're saying he's a good guy to go after, I'm gonna trust that.
Yeah, and no promises, but usually it's best to buy the guys in baseball that are projected to like start for the first time because people get excited and their values go up a lot. And Jackson Cheerio is like a top prospect, and I think he's 20 years old, maybe or something like that. But he should at least at the minimum he'll play in spring training. He'll play for the Brewers, like the professional club, and that'll spike up his value, which will be cool. And so the $900, you bought six cards. How much money did you spend on those six cards? Like how much did it cost you to buy those six cards?
Probably about $900 around that area. I mean,
Got
that
it.
nine
So
hundred dollars that I'm making in profit is kind of that's on a lower end, like a safer number. So, I mean,
yeah,
realistically, it could be $1,200, $1,300 if
gotta be even 900, right? You spent 900 to make 900. Like, you go invest your money into like stocks, right? You make 10% in a year. It's like, oh, that's great. But obviously 10% in a year is not going to do much. But yeah, and it's all a momentum, right? It's a snowball effect,
Yeah.
right? You take that and you buy more cards, and the next batch of cards make more and more and more. It builds and builds and builds, which is cool. And okay, got it. So I'm curious, what are your like with sports cards, like more of a personal question. So like obviously, you want to make money, but like what's like the non-monetary goal? Like what's your goal? Like your end goal? How much do you want to be making per month? And like why? Like what will that do for you? Like I'm curious just in that regard.
I mean, realistically, if I can make $1,000 extra a month, that's good enough for me. I work a decent amount. I work a lot of overtime, and just 1,000 extra a month, that's just more money in the pocket, and put that towards a mortgage or whatever you want. Because the amount of work I'm putting into it, it's not too crazy. I don't. At first, I had to put in a lot of hours because, you know, like once the confidence wasn't there and it was tough finding cards, or at least I felt that way.
Yeah.
But now it's like I spend, I don't know, maybe a couple hours a week at max to get the cards I want.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
yeah.
can totally see, you know, I'm only looking for like $1,000 a month, but I can totally see if I put more time into it, how much more you can make. There's, you know, huge potential to make way above that. For me, I'm just, you know, that's what's going to satisfy me at this point is just if I can make $1,000 a month with the time I'm putting in right now, that's solid.
I mean, hey, you did that with basically one grading order, right? If you imagine in like a few months you have 2 or 3 or 4 grading orders as the momentum builds, you might just start making more than that on accident.
Yeah,
So,
no, I'm definitely excited because I got like I think I have 19 cards right now with Matt. They're
oh, you do? Oh shit, that's good. Yeah,
I have a
that'll
good
be
amount. I have a good amount there, all baseball. So
sweet. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Michael. If anyone wants to shoot him a question, I'm sure he's more than happy to answer it. And yeah, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. Anytime.